Hey Blackhawks! Welcome back to episode 8 of BHB.
On this episode, we'll be covering the Chorus MPA, BH Best, and a special segment on the weather.
I'm really excited about the weather this episode.
Well, rumor has it, BHB has a very special guest.
But before we do that, let's hear about the MPA Chorus concert.
On March 19th, the North Buncombe High School Advanced Chorus and Chamber Choir went to Brevard College to participate in the 2019 Large Ensemble MPA. MPA is an academic pursuit for all choirs and is a testament to where a choir is in their level of performing.
Music performance adjudication in our world, in the choral world, is a little bit like an EOC or an end-of-course test or a North Carolina final.
Preparing for those performances was not all fun and games. It took a lot of hard work from both Miss Graham and her students.
I just work on the music little by little. Hopefully we're sight reading the notes and rhythms, and then hopefully we're studying the composer, looking at the text, how does the poetry sound, what is the meaning of the words behind the song, and how do we express that to the audience.
So we're in this class an hour and a half every single day, and we've been practicing for about a month. So in the beginning we just started learning the pieces by rote, and then near the end Miss Graham will get kind of nitpicky, but in a good way, of fixing like the small things that make a huge difference in our sound.
But the hard work doesn't discourage the students. They love the experience of MPA despite the stress that may come with it.
We were judged on how we performed the pieces based on like choral stuff, like vowel space and all that stuff, and it was like a deep look at it to really get us to focus on the art of choral music versus just singing loosely, and gives us something to work for and something to really focus on.
But MPA isn't just for fun. Judges are meant to give you feedback so you can improve as a class.
Well, judges write comments on the sheet, and in the last probably 5 or 6 years they have moved towards recording their comments, which is really helpful because we actually, the adjudicator is actually speaking while we hear ourselves singing, and so we always listen in class to those comments and take away what we think we can improve upon. So they actually record comments and they give both positive and also things they think we could work harder to achieve.
This year, Advanced Chorus earned a superior rating, and the North Buncombe High School Chamber Choir continues a 15-year superior rating streak.
What's the highest?
Booyah, superior.
MPA is an important part of the classes, but what's more meaningful than any score rating is the experience of creating music with your peers all year long and sharing your voice.
I love the relationships we build in that class. I've made a lot of new friendships in that class, and I've never really had friends that I could relate to on so many different levels. I used to do sports, so I had a lot of friends that were athletes, and I never got to really connect with someone, or I was not comfortable with sharing that I could sing, and now I'm totally fine with it. I think it's a gift.
We're so proud of the chorus program. You can see the full performances on our website.
Keep up the hard work, Chorus.
Last episode, we took a look at all of our spring sports.
Now let's kick it to Marathon Asia for a trip on the greens with our men's golf team.
My favorite part is that it's kind of more of an independent sport and you can really do whatever you want.
The guys golf season this year, we have played 4 matches and we have came in second every one of those matches.
My favorite part about golf is hitting the perfect tee shot. My golf game's gotten better because of B. Griff's expertise on golfing. He helps me a lot, so.
For me, at North Buncombe, I have coached golf for 2 years, and both of those years have been guys and girls.
Well, I dabbled when I was younger, just occasionally. But serious, probably about 3 or 4 years.
If someone didn't know anything about golf and you had one thing to tell them, what would it be?
Golf is very hard.
Hit it far. That's about it, yeah.
Take your time and practice before each shot.
It's a really mental game. It's not all physical. If you hit a bad shot and it gets in your head, that can kill your whole round.
Well, I would tell them that if they're going to join the guys golf team, then they will need to be in shape. No, we do not run. No, we don't do champions. No, we don't do the basketball running, but you need to be in shape. But also use the course to your advantage. We live 10 minutes away from a golf course, so use it.
Thank you, men's golf team, for showing your Black Hawk pride on and off the course.
Hey Dylan, how about this weather we're having?
It needs to make up its mind, dude.
Well, spring has sprung and I'm glad for the warmer weather.
Up next is Mackenzie Rink with a very special segment on climate change.
What is the difference between weather, global warming, and climate change? All of these impact us, but how do we tell them apart? First off, weather is the atmospheric conditions happening locally over a short period of time. In other terms, weather is what is currently happening. On the other hand, global warming refers to the long-term warming of the planet since the early 20th century. This is due to industrialization and the increased emissions of fossil fuels. And lastly, climate change is a broad phenomena created mostly by fossil fuels. It is linked to rising sea levels, ice mass loss, and extreme weather patterns. Yes, that was a lot of information, but now that we've cleared the air, local chief meteorologist Jason Boyer at WLOS explains the concept of climate.
You can't change science. If you warm air up, you're going to have a bigger volume and it will hold more moisture. So your precipitation rates will increase, the amount of rain overall, so you're going to lead into more potential for flooding, more potential for extreme weather because the energy being released into the atmosphere is greater, and that's from the physical process, that's what these storms feed on, is energy from water vapor evaporating into the atmosphere and being absorbed.
From this point, we wanted to know what is and can be done to mitigate these conditions.
Ice core sampling of Antarctica and such, I think, is going to continue to broaden the understanding and link things together. Now, we may find evidence of things that are not linked, and that's fine too. As long as the science is being done right, that's the idea. You're not always going to find what you want, but at the same time, there is becoming more and more evidence that we are certainly changing the climate, and thus likely changing our weather patterns.
Jason emphasized the importance of research when studying and understanding climate change. But not all of us know how or are interested in researching climate patterns. There are many options for students and adults alike to get involved. Jason Boyer, Ms. Sprouse, and Mr. Rowe extend on these options.
State governments have done more for climate change. That's, I think, where it's going to continue to be more of the grassroots, if you want to even call it that. But states will continue to do that and enact other laws that will limit pollution, control release of CO2 and SO2 into the atmosphere.
Big E is lowering your carbon footprint, things like driving less, carpooling when you can, things like that. Another big one that's actually kind of unexpected is lessening your food waste. So when you buy food, make sure that you eat it so that all that farmland that went to make that food doesn't go to waste.
Going vegetarian, so going on a plant-based diet. And that could be, I think people see that as pretty extreme, but that could just be, eating vegetarian once or twice a week. So not to the full extreme, but we do know that the livestock industry is one of the biggest greenhouse gas polluters. You can offset that with your diet. That's a huge impact, and that's something that everybody can do because buying an electric vehicle is a $40,000 investment. Getting solar panels is another $20,000 investment. Changing your eating behavior doesn't take much.
Climate change is a very extensive topic and involves lots of time and research. But as you go about your daily lives, think about how you can cut down your carbon footprint, because the more we minimize our impact, the more we can sustain and support the earth we live on. This is Mackenzie Rink reporting from Blackhawk Broadcasting.
A special thank you to Jason Boyer and Mackenzie for such an awesome segment.
This warmer weather has got me hungry. What are you craving, Ariana?
I'm thinking burritos. Up next is BHB bringing you not one,
Not two.
but 3 of their favorite burrito places. First, we went to Mamacita's. Located in downtown Asheville, Mamacita's is a great place to go with your friends and have burritos on a sunny day or even at night before a concert, since it's located right next to the concert venue, the Orange Peel. Our second stop was Neo Burrito. Located in Biltmore Park and Tunnel Road, Neo offers a variety of options and prides themselves on local homegrown ingredients. If you're looking for a pit stop on a shopping day or a bite to eat before a movie, Neo is the place to go. Our final stop was Bad Sheep Burrito. Formerly known as Main Street Burrito, Bad Sheep has flourished in Mars Hill since 2015, offering a wide variety of burritos, tacos, and even a selection of vegan options. It's become a local favorite. Don Chitwood and Mike Rivers take pride in their burritos and in their food truck that travels to many places in western North Carolina. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode of BH Best. This looks so good.
Man, I just want to relax and eat a burrito.
Well, good thing you got your senior project done last week.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress behind me.
Well, let's kick it to Sarah for another senior project spotlight.
First, we'll be featuring Dylan Bailey. His project included filming a story, something we do a lot here on BHB.
For my senior project, I decided to make a documentary on the school musical, The Addams Family.
Dylan is also starring in the musical, and he told us what stood out to him about it.
I think the music's really fun, and I think with characters, well-known characters like this who are recognized, The Addams Family, it's sort of a franchise tag. It's interesting to see them in a different way.
Dylan has gained a lot of experience from working on his project and thinks it can help later on.
I've learned a lot about editing. I've definitely become a better filmmaker and editor as a result. And time management, I realize, is becoming more and more important as I progress through high school and into college.
Dylan also told us about his mentor, who most of you may already know.
My mentor helped me a lot. Ms. Zimmerman made my ideas cohesive. She gave me a direction to go on, and I went down it. Even when I wanted to change paths, she supported me the whole time.
Dylan's research paper was all about the influence of print and digital communication in today's society.
It doesn't take a lot to change the world. This could be as small as like a $1 donation to charity. So I got hooked on this idea that, media can change the world in a significant way. It can take one novel, one movie, one song to just change everything.
Next up, I'll be showing a bit about my own project. I did a presentation on photo enhancements, and many of my pictures were taken at locations you might recognize. Believe it or not, this picture of a tree was actually taken at Lake Louise. This is the same tree, but here you can see the difference between the original picture and my enhancement. These pictures were taken at Biltmore, and if you've ever been there, you'll know the house doesn't look like this in real life. This is the original picture those 3 enhancements were made from, and yes, all of these are copies of the same picture. A lot of my favorite pictures were also taken at waterfalls, and some were on the Blue Ridge Parkway. However, this classic image was just taken out of a car window. So basically, any location could work for capturing photos like this. I also did an experiment for this project to see how many different enhancements I could make just using one picture. This resulted in creating 101 enhancements of the same picture. Each separate enhancement is very unique and set apart from the others. My point is, anything is possible with this. I know how to use Photoshop and other programs, but all I used to do this project was the edit button on my phone. I just think it's cool that even simple technology like this can help with creating quality photos.
I started enhancing photos 2 years ago. This is the first chance I've had to really promote my pictures to a larger audience, and I hope to possibly start a business selling them in the future. This is Sarah Edwards reporting for BHB. Great job, seniors. We're so proud of you.
Juniors, make sure to work and plan your project as soon as humanly possible. It'll be very beneficial to you in the long run.
Man, all that news has really just got me wanting to jam out and hang with my friends.
Well, lucky for you, that's exactly what Peyton and Haley did.
Photoshop all you want.
That's right! Alrighty. And he says, our song is the slimmest screen door, sneaking out late, tapping on your window. Alrighty, Peyton, how you been today? Had a good day?
I mean, yeah, it was good. How about you?
I mean, it's been okay. We've just been working really hard on these episodes.
These BHB episodes, you know, I really hope they're good.
Really love it. Wait a second. Is that
okay?
Is that who I think it is? Should we make sure they're okay?
Should we check on them? I think we should.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull over.
Okay. Pull over. Hey guys.
Hi.
Too much work, too hard.
The last thing I want to do is more work.
I know. Me too. Well, speaking of work,
9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. My tummy's turning, I'm getting kind of homesick. Too much pressure, I'm nervous. So I put my hands up to play my song. Butterflies fly away. Got in my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah. Got a friend in me.
Swag.
You got a friend in me.
Yeah.
You got a friend in me.
It's not a laser.
we will try as hard as we can.
That's right.
Okay.
Photoshop all you want.
That's right. Alrighty. Bring it.
Thank you to all the teachers who rocked our socks off.
We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we like making it.
And we encourage you to keep showing your Blackhawk pride. And we'll catch you in the next episode.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Ariana.
And this is BHB.